a cookie, or like they could have like a lollipop or like something, but Mason loves cake and he was.
From wearing matching pajamas to working out together to perfecting TikTok dance routines, Kourtney Kardashian and Addison Rae seem to have an inseparable bond. Their friendship, which seemed to have grown overnight, blossomed, and the two became besties in a very short time, flooding social media with workout videos and pictures of their toned bodies in bikinis. The pair nearly broke the internet. Adoring fans drooled over them and couldn't seem to get enough, and the haters had had more than enough content to diss. It was obvious that the besties, who have a 20-year age difference between them, had an undeniable bond. Then, fans began to notice that the two were spending less time together. It seemed like their bond was diminishing, and their friendship was fading just as quickly as it had begun. So what exactly made the two drift apart? Are they even still friends? Here's the breakdown. Addison Rae and Kourtney Kardashian's friendship. It all began with David Dobrik, a mutual friend, and Kourtney's son, Mason Disick. Mason, a huge fan of David, was to meet him. David brought Addison along as a surprise because Mason had always been a huge fan of her videos. The rest, as they say, was history. According to Addison, she and Kourtney started hanging out, and the two of them became pretty close. Addison also mentioned that she considered Kourtney a mentor and that she's learned a lot from her and the Kardashians as a whole. Kourtney also spoke of her friendship with Addison, saying that she was sweet and full of energy. Kourtney Kardashian's friendship with TikTok star Addison Rae didn't make much sense to a lot of people, including other Kardashian sisters, Kim and Khloe. The two have more than a 20-year age difference, and most people feel like Addison would have a lot more in common with her kids than with her. Kim and Khloe were curious about the relationship. They noticed a change in the mood of their sister, and they wanted to get to the bottom of things. They asked Addison if she was hooking up with Kourtney. She said she wasn't. When Kourtney confronted them about it, they said they were curious as to why she was so happy, especially after she started hanging out with the young TikTok star. They got the impression when they learned from Mason that Addison shared Kourtney's room whenever she slept over. While talking to her sisters, Kourtney mentioned that their energies aligned. She also said that she understood why people would be curious about their friendship. "I have a young heart and an old soul," she said. She also explained that it wasn't about age, but energy and vibes. This close bond was so undeniable that fans couldn't fail to notice that the two didn't seem to be close at some point. They went from spending almost every day together to almost no time together. The only thing at this point was speculation. Fans couldn't help but wonder what to expect. Could they have drifted apart, or was something else up? These were some of the questions on the minds of many. Number 1. Drifting apart. There were so many things about Kourtney and Addison's friendship that left many puzzled and even confused. Things got weirder when the two started drifting apart. What triggered the distance? Number 2. Just a phase. Many people had always seen the friendship between the Kardashian and Addison as odd. When it seemed like the two were no longer close, many saw it as the end of a phase in both of their lives. Some thought that Kourtney may be desperately clinging to youth, and she got a taste of this by hanging out with Addison. She was often commenting on her energy, and she also mentioned that she's always been young at heart. Some fans thought that Kourtney probably just got bored after months of being fascinated by the young star. Number 3. Addison replaced. Rumors of drifting apart between Addison and Kourtney began when she was seen hanging out with actress Megan Fox. Fans seemed to like the idea of a friendship blossoming between the two. Many said that Megan was a much more appropriate bestie because they had less of an age difference. Their respective boyfriends, Travis Barker and Machine Gun Kelly, also played a key role in bringing the two together. Those who have seen Kourtney and Megan together say that they act like besties and that their friendship has grown pretty quickly. With many viewing the friendship between Keeping Up with the Kardashian star and the TikTok star as nothing more than a phase, it seemed like the relationship was starting to fizzle out. The pair had seemed inseparable, considering they spent almost every single day together. However, they seem to be spending less and less time together, and this is fueling the rumors about Addison being replaced as Kourtney's BFF. Number 4. Addison's out-of-line comments. Fans think that Kourtney may be upset with Addison over some of the comments she made that the Kardashians considered out of line. Speaking about Kourtney and Scott Disick's relationship in an interview, she seemed to have broken a Kardashian code. The Kardashians usually have a non-disclosure agreement. This isn't a secret. It means that friends can't make statements about their personal lives. Violating this code could mean getting cut off from the Kardashian circle. While she was making an appearance on Watch What Happens Live with Andy Cohen, she was asked whether she thought Kourtney and Scott were destined to be together. In a blunt comment, the influencer answered, "No." This didn't sit well with Kardashian fans. They didn't think it was her place to talk ill of Kourtney's ex, especially since they have kids together. Some even think she should have borrowed a page from the Kardashian code, where they don't say negative things about exes, especially in public. Some sources also claimed that Kourtney was upset with Addison about the comments she made. Addison should have simply deflected the question instead of bringing up her family drama in public. Kourtney's relationship. Another thing that is said to have possibly caused the pair to become distant is Kourtney's relationship with her new fiancé. Focusing all her attention on her thriving relationship and bonding with Travis's kids may not have left her with much time to hang out with Addison. Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker's relationship has been in the limelight for months. The whirlwind romance, which probably caused a bigger stir than the Kardashians' friendship with Addison, had fans in a frenzy. In October 2021, Travis proposed to Kourtney. Of course, this caused such a buzz, and numerous congratulatory messages were received by the couple. Among them were comments from the Kardashians, Travis's kids, and even Addison. When Travis proposed to Kourtney, Addison seemed to have been left out of the plans. Her comment, "I'm screaming," suggests that she was learning of the engagement at the same time the rest of the world was. She didn't even appear in the pictures of the celebratory dinner afterwards. This further convinced fans that Addison was cut off from the Kardashian circle. What is Kourtney Kardashian's relationship with Alabama Barker like? Another rumor that has flooded the internet is that Kourtney has replaced Addison not just with Megan Fox, but also with Alabama Barker, her fiancé's daughter. Ever since Kourtney started dating Travis, she seemed to spend less time with Addison and more time with his kids, particularly his daughter Alabama. Having grown up watching the Kardashians, Alabama was a huge fan and even said she looked up to her. The 16-year-old seems to like Kourtney and has welcomed her relationship with her dad. Long before an engagement was announced, the teenage influencer had referred to Kourtney as her stepmom. She has shared glimpses of the budding bond for months when her dad Travis Barker started dating Kourtney. She follows Kourtney on Instagram and she likes her style. According to sources, Alabama doesn't just hang out with Kourtney. She also feels so close to her that she can go to her for support or advice. Kourtney also hasn't shied away from expressing her affection for her. Alabama commented on Kourtney's post on Instagram saying, "The best pictures," hinting at her photography skills. Kourtney responded by complimenting her, "Oh yes, you do." As the relationship between Kourtney and Travis has grown, they have been seen spending a good amount of time with each other's families. They all seemed supportive of each other. Travis's kids congratulated them when they announced their engagement and expressed their joy. It seems like Kourtney had someone new to mentor, her soon-to-be stepdaughter. This may give her very little time to spend with Addison. Perhaps their friendship will rekindle over time, but many fans are skeptical. Addison hasn't said much about Kourtney's relationship with Alabama, but many fans think she's jealous. She's been copying the Kardashians, but this just seems to irritate them. People don't think Addison will be seen in the Kardashian circle soon.